What's up, YouTube? Jeff back again today with a very exciting Samsung video for you guys. And today we're getting into Galaxy S24 Ultra accessories. I used to make this video all the time, must-have accessories for my daily driver, and it was really popular. I stopped making it. I really don't know why. Mainly because maybe it was just getting tiresome to collect all the accessories in one video. But I think it's really fun and helpful. It helps a lot of people kind of see what I'm using. In this video, I'm strictly talking about stuff that I use on a daily basis. So if I don't use it daily, then it's not in this video. So I'm going to categorize this into a couple of different categories. Protection, so I'm going to talk about all the cases I'm using. If you don't care about cases, you can skip. There'll be timestamps below. Charging accessories, productivity accessories, and then some cleaning accessories, and then a few miscellaneous things at the end, like which smartwatch and earbuds and stuff I use. People are always kind of interested in that, so I'll talk about that at the very end of the video. So let's get right into cases at the beginning, and I'll start with my three favorite cases, which are actually these right here. I've got a bunch of them. Obviously, I haven't tried every case out there. There's a lot of cases, even for Samsung. Not as many as for the iPhone, but there's a lot of them. So I'll talk about the three that I've been using the most. The first one is the one that's on here right now. This is the UAG Plasma XTE case. I made a full video on this, so if you guys want to check it out, you can. Not only does it have the MagSafe attachment in the back, but it also has this kickstand that you can use it like this. You can use it landscape, you can use it in portrait. Really like to use it in landscape for watching videos. This thing is absolutely awesome. It's also very, very sturdy. Like I've been using this for a while. There's no chance of it, kind of snapping off, and also folds down flush with it. You still get the same great protection from UAG, those clicky buttons and everything like that. It's quickly become my favorite UAG case. You can also see the back of your device because it's kind of see-through at the back. Now, people have told me this one's not in stock on the UAG website very often, but it is available on Verizon and a couple of other places. You can buy it from Verizon even if you don't have a Verizon account to buy an accessory. I'll drop the link below for that. The next one is the MagBack. I made a video on this as well. The MagBack case is one of my favorite cases because it's one of the only MagSafe compatible ones that works perfectly with the S Pen. And they also have a really nice suite of accessories, which I talked about in the video I did before about MagBack, including the Mag Stick. You can put this on any surface, like in your car or whatever, and you can just mount your phone wherever you want. So you can buy extra Mag Sticks. You can put these around your house and your office. So I use this a lot. I can kind of stick my phone wherever I want for productivity purposes if I'm shooting videos, things like that. They also have a full suite of other accessories that go with their MagBack cases, like the MagBack wallet, a few other really cool things that they have. And one of my favorite things they did this year, which I talked about in the video, is they made the buttons interchangeable so you can actually change the color of the buttons. This case is the one I've been using kind of on a daily basis for video shooting and also when I go out for protection. These two are basically my favorite protection cases because they have great protection and they often also have some great features in terms of the kickstand and the MagBack accessories. Now, in terms of a case that I use if I want to go out, and I want to have a nice, good looking case, this is the Bellroy leather case. I think this is the Basalt colorway. It's not a perfect match for the gray, titanium gray, but it's probably as close as you can get. It's a grayish green looking case. I don't know how well it picks up on video, but they really improved the leather case this year. The buttons are a little bit better. This one's definitely not max protection like the other two I have, but it is a really nice case, nice soft insides. I think Bellroy made some solid improvements. I may make a full video on this one eventually. I haven't yet. A couple of other honorable mentions. The Crave case. This is one of the cheapest cases that I've used. It's also super high quality because of the texture grip. This is on Amazon for like 15 bucks. I have two other UAG cases, of course. UAG sends me all their cases. These are my two favorites in terms of new colors. You've got the camo with the tan and the purely tan khaki case. Looks great with certain, clothes that you might wear. The Spigen Cryo Armor. This is actually a really good case. You can find it for a great price. It doesn't have the best protection, but it does have that cooling, chamber system that the Cryo Armor has if you do a lot of gaming. And then for a thin case, this is the Mouse Thin case. This one's a little expensive for what it is. It is MagSafe compatible, as you can see. It's really just like a hard-ish plate. It gets fingerprints really bad. Worse than the MagBack. MagBack really improved their oleophobic coating on the back because they have the same soft touch as the mouse, but it's not as fingerprinty. My favorite mouse case is actually this one, which is this is the carbon fiber one. This one's very expensive though. It's like $75. I don't find this as good as the UAG for me personally, but I like it. It's just UAG tends to find its way into rotation, and because they're both around the same size, same protection and things like that, I tend to gravitate towards the UAG. So anyway, those are the main cases I'm using. A lot of people ask me, do I use a lens protector? The answer is no. Samsung actually warns against using those. I've made a video about that in the past. Not a big fan. People always ask, do I use tempered glass? And the answer to that is no. I find it very annoying for touch sensitivity purposes. It's not something I really enjoy from that perspective. That's why I don't use tempered glass. And that's why I'm not putting them in this video, because as I said, only talking about stuff in this video that I use personally instead of just promoting a bunch of products that I don't even use. Now, my wife uses Whitestone Dome tempered glass, so when people ask for a recommendation, I always say Whitestone Dome because she uses it, so at least I've seen the product and kind of know what it can do. All right, so before we move on to the charging category, I do want to thank my son, Jonathan. You guys probably saw back here, we always have some dynos in the video for my 3-year-old son. Their little feet are back there this time because I got all the accessories spread out. Not too much room to the sides. We always appreciate him. So let's go ahead and move on to the charging accessories. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about charging accessories. And for this, I've mainly got a couple of things that you've probably seen, maybe a few things that you haven't. So whenever I travel, I really like to have a compact, foldable charger that can go right into my bag and doesn't take up too much space. I can slip it into one of the small pockets in my backpack. Nomad makes an absolutely beautiful carbide colored 65-watt charger. Now this is obviously a little faster than the S24 Ultra can handle, but if you have other smartphones or tablets like I do, it's great. And you can see the very small profile. You can see how it fits in my hand really, really well. This is a really nicely made charger. Nomad makes amazing products. And you can see the 2 USB-C ports here right on the bottom. So Nomad makes some absolutely amazing products. I love their stuff. And this charger is just one of the things I use. The other thing I use is the Nomad Charge Key. So some of you may have seen this before. What the Nomad Charge Key does is it's just a really tiny little thing that you can put on your keys, and it allows you to charge up with a power bank in a really nice way. You don't have to carry around a USB-C cable because you can have this on your keys. You can have it wherever you want. You don't have to always have a USB-C cable with you because sometimes you might need to charge up and you don't have a USB-C cable. So if you have a power bank like I do here, this is a really big power bank that I've had for a while. If it's got a USB-C port, just go ahead and connect it to your device, and then your phone will be charging up with the charge key. So this takes up very little space in your bag, and because it takes up very little space in your bag, you're always going to have this if you do need to charge up. Put it right on your key ring and you're good to go. They also make one that's USB to Lightning as well for iPhone fans out there. If anyone's watching this who is an iPhone fan. Those of you who want to know about this charging bank, I wasn't going to put it in this video, but this is one I made from Charge ASAP. It's a Kickstarter a long time ago. Has a ton of inputs and digital display. I've been using this one for a while. It also has wireless charging for your watch and your headphones, like your buds on there. This is a really nice one. It's also pretty expensive, but at the end of the day, very, very nice power bank. That one wasn't going to talk about that, but that's interesting. People might ask about it. I've also been using the Anchor stand. I've really been into chargers that double as stands lately. This one's specifically supposed to be for iOS devices because it actually has a spot for your Apple Watch, your iPod, your AirPods, and your iPhone. But this works fine if you have a MagSafe case like I have here from UAG. You can snap it right on there. Now this one sometimes doesn't work with certain MagSafe chargers because this is the case, as I showed you guys earlier. This is the one that has the stand on the back. But let me show you something. Even though it doesn't work on the Anchor, and I do like the Anchor a lot because I can drop my Galaxy Buds here, and I do have an Apple Watch. So this one's of use to me. It might not be used to everybody. This is the other really cool thing I was going to show you guys in terms of charging from UAG. This is a very tiny wireless charging pad that has a kickstand on it. So if your case doesn't have a kickstand, you can put it on here and it does charge up. The crazy thing about this is this actually does fast wireless charging even with the UAG case that has the kickstand built in. Now, of course, this is going to have limited, use if you already have a kickstand in here. But if you don't have a case with a kickstand, so for instance, if I were to grab, let's try one of these other ones, like the mouse thin case here, you don't have a kickstand on this, you could go ahead and put this on here because this does have MagSafe and it charges up. And now you also have a kickstand so you can convert this. You can watch some videos while you're charging or whatever. This thing is awesome because it's so small and kind of like the Nomad charger, it folds up. These things right here, you can put them all in your bag and they take up almost no space. And you can put the charge key on your key ring. That's what I love about these accessories is they're great travel accessories. So these are some of my favorite charging accessories. Like I said, only stuff that I'm using myself. So these are all products that I'm actually using with my S24 Ultra. Let's move on now to the productivity section and take a look at some cool products that I've been using there. All right, so let's take a look at some of the productivity stuff that I'm using with the S24 Ultra. So I have a couple of things here that are stands, and then I have a couple of things that I use with the stands to allow me to use Samsung DeX when I'm on the go or even in the office if I want to. So these two are both stands. The first one is one that you guys have seen quite a few times on the channel. This is the Lamicol foldable desktop stand, and we give these out actually in the mystery boxes. So it unfolds like this. Let me actually just pan up so you guys can see it real quick. It looks like this right there. And you can go ahead and just put your phone right on there, landscape, portrait, whatever you want to do, put it right on your desk. So either orientation, it works great. And then it folds right up flat and goes right into your bag. Again, very portable. So I use this a lot of times when I want to allow my phone to turn into a DeX setup, because I'll have this sitting off to the side, in portrait or landscape, and then I'll have a portable monitor set up to connect and actually do all the DeX stuff. So I'll drop my portable monitor below. There's a lot of good options. I mean, there's not a specific one you have to get, but I'll show you guys the one I use. The other thing that I use is the iClever keyboard, this collapsible keyboard right here. So what this does is it folds up as well. Again, very portable, can go right in your bag. Stainless steel, and then this gives you a trackpad and a keyboard. So you can pair 3 Bluetooth devices. So it doesn't just have to be your Galaxy phone. You can pair whatever you want, pair this with a portable monitor, and you've got a DeX set up on the go, or you can also use it in the office kind of as a separate PC or workstation or whatever you want to do. This thing's really nice. The only thing is the stand that it comes with on Amazon is kind of crappy. That's why I use the Lamicol one. The one they have is really plastic and it's really kind of flimsy. And then this also has a carrying case, which it goes in, and you can kind of keep that, as you want on the go. The other stand that I use, which you guys probably saw sitting here, this is another UAG product. If you don't want the wireless charging stand, you just want a stand, that's what this is. It's a magnetic attachment that just goes on the back of your device and will allow you to turn this into a stand. So you just slap this on here. It's going to give you a really nice magnetic attachment, and then boom, you've got the stand, basically the same stand that you had with the wireless charger, but you don't have to charge. You can take this anywhere. You can put this in your pocket. You can basically extend this one also further than the charger, and you can actually do quite a lot with this one. This one actually has a lot more versatility because you can actually bend this all the way back, whereas of course with the charger, because it's charging, you can't do quite as much with it. So this one's very, very versatile. Of course, then it folds down, take it off, put it back in your bag. This is another product that UAG released that's just absolutely killer. Something I've been using again, very nice and portable, like all of this stuff is. Put in my bag and use the phone on the go for productivity. All right, so let's talk a little bit about cleaning, because this is another category where I do a couple of things that are interesting. And also, I wanted to talk about a product that we put in the mystery box that a lot of people always wonder what it is. They're always asking me questions. I use it all the time for cleaning the camera rings on my Galaxy phone. So I'll talk about that first. I didn't bring one with me, of course, because I'm an idiot. I didn't bring one to the office today. But these little pointed Q-tips, we put several of them in every mystery box with the cleaning kit and microfiber cloths and other stuff that we include. I use these for cleaning around the camera ring, so the inside of the lens and on the outside of the metal rings, because they get a lot of dirt, dust, and debris over time. And so that's a really nice tool. You can get a bunch of them for a pretty cheap price, get 800 of them for $9. That's why we include, 5 to 10 of these in every single box. With the mystery box, we also have microfibers and some other stuff that comes in there as well. But these are one of the tools that we use. A lot of people always ask me what I use them for and why they're relevant to their phone. The other product, which I've been using a lot, is this guy right here, Whoosh Screen Shine. Now, I've talked about this quite a few times in my Galaxy videos. They make various sizes. This is a pocket size that I always keep with me at all times, like in the car and stuff. And they include this orange microfiber that actually you can see the branding right there. That's a really nice quality microfiber. I've talked about quite a few times on my channel. The one thing that bothers me about Samsung phones is the oleophobic coating on their phones is, in my opinion, not as good as the oleophobic coating on some other phones, in particular the iPhone, because I do use an iPhone in tandem with my Samsung phones. I don't use it as my main phone, but I get fingerprints on both of them, and the iPhone just handles fingerprints a little bit better. This particular product right here, I found over the last couple of years that if I use this on my device throughout the year, once a day, to get fingerprints and other stuff off, it preserves the oleophobic coating so that eventually, you know, it's not completely useless. Because the last couple of years, I used it so much for making videos, doing research for the channel. The oleophobic coating just degraded so much that I could barely use my device without just having fingerprints everywhere. So yes, I absolutely recommend the Whoosh Screen Shine. It's on Amazon. I'm actually trying to work with these guys to get an agreement to source some of this at a reasonable price so we can start putting in the mystery boxes. So for those of you who participate in the mystery box program, let me know if you'd be interested in this. It's really, really good at making sure your screen stays fingerprint free and preserves the life of that oleophobic coating, which is something that I really enjoy. To kind of close this video, I'll just talk about a few miscellaneous accessories that I use, because sometimes people ask me in particular which of these devices I use. Right now I'm using the OnePlus Watch 2 as my smartwatch. I made a full video on this. I don't know if it'll be up before or after this accessories video. I also use a couple different pairs of buds as my primary buds. These are the Momentum Wireless 4s from Sennheiser. That's one of my main pair of buds. And these are actually my favorite still. These are the Bang & Olufsen BeoPlay EX. This is in the green limited edition colorway that they released through their Altillier program, which I bought last year. These were actually fairly expensive. So this is one of my favorites. These two are some of my favorite pairs of buds. You guys have probably noticed I like lime green from how I kind of decorate my app drawer on my Galaxy phone. So people are interested in which buds I use. Those are the buds that I typically use the most. I do use the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro occasionally, but they're not my go-to. I don't think they sound quite as good as the Sennheisers or the BeoPlay EX. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. These are all the things I actually use with my Galaxy S24 Ultra. Nothing that I don't use on a daily basis. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification icon for future videos like this. All the links below for the products, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.